Today's video is going to be with an extremely fun and interesting, full of information topic, I would say, comparing two islands, Malta where I live and Cyprus where you live. Rico, welcome on my YouTube channel.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you for being here. I want you to give a bit of an overview of who you are. I said your name, Rico, but who is Rico?
So I'm Rico. I'm actually from Germany and I am a YouTuber as well. So I do something very similar to you, but about another island, which is called Cyprus. There are many advantages, many similarities and different things. So I'm very curious and excited to talk to you today.
Yes, we prepared around 5 questions, which are going to be the base and the core of this video, and some other questions might come along the way. I wanted to, first of all, thank you one more time for being here today. Before I come to Malta, before I come to Cyprus, I was looking into Cyprus on YouTube and I found you. You popped out and I saw a lot of content about this island from an expat's point of view. And I was so excited to meet you, to get to know you and get to know Cyprus from the expat's point of view. My first question for you is going to be, why did you move to Cyprus? Why Rico is here?
Very good question. So I was born in Germany and I was raised in Germany. It's a very gray country. Everything is very rainy, and I was looking for islands in Europe. And there are a few options, like Malta, like Cyprus. But Cyprus I visited for the first time. I was here for 1 week in an Airbnb and I fell in love. I fell so much in love. And then I wanted to find out how I move here, and online there was not a lot of information. So then I also started to make videos like you about how to move to Cyprus so I can help other people move here with my videos. And a lot of people watch my videos now, and when they want to move to Cyprus, they watch my videos and I make it easier for them with the videos.
Which is a good idea. Speaking about this, making things easier, how is the bureaucracy process? For example, opening a bank account in Cyprus, getting your ID. Sorry for the interruption, guys, but we are trying to do this video outside so you can get a nice scenery, but we are very close to the main airport in Larnaca.
We are doing our best.
Exactly. Here, you are here for the information, and Rico has so much to say. Off camera we met, we started speaking, and I was impressed by him and what he has to say. So stick until the very end of the video.
Bureaucracy is a very important topic, and coming from Germany, I know that bureaucracy paperwork can be very hard. But here in Cyprus, the people, they try to make it simple. Actually, before, Cyprus used to be a British colony. And so
same like Malta.
Interesting. So they have the system of the Brits, and they have everything already lined. If you want to move to Cyprus and, for example, European, it's super easy. Super easy. You just apply for a temporary residency. It's maybe 30 euros. You can do even everything alone. You can do it with an agent, whatever you prefer. And if...
As we said, guys, in the video, we're just gonna go with everything that is going on, even when people are passing by.
I even heard them talk German.
You were speaking in German.
So maybe they even watch the videos. And if you come here, you then just can apply everything online already. So it's a remote process. And the same goes for bank accounts. You can have local bank accounts from Cyprus, and you can have online bank accounts, TransferWise, Revolut.
And Revolut as well, you use it here.
A lot of people use it because it's just so simple. You have everything in your app. So even bank account opening does work for Europeans, simple, but also for non-Europeans. Let's say for people from Africa, from
South Asian countries.
Correct. So it's they require some documents. If you can give them the documents like KYC, some AML, if you explain them where your money is coming from, it still works. But they don't have these modern apps. Revolut and TransferWise I like so much because it's very easy and beautiful. I can send you money right now, no waiting, nothing. I can even send you a sticker with the money.
Revolut works the same. We are obsessed in Malta. Everyone uses Revolut, and it's easier to open Revolut in Malta rather than a bank account, especially for a non-European Union citizen, which is good. And this was the main topic that I wanted to discuss with you, so I can compare both islands. But it seems like the bureaucracy is way more easier. In Malta, the bureaucracy it's way more difficult, especially if you're from non-European Union it's really a hell, people say, when they go through. For me, it was a different story back in 2015, because if I'm coming from a non-European Union country. The other thing that I wanted to ask you when it comes to settling down in Malta, me and my Malta,
It's similar.
in Cyprus, is about the accommodation. How people find accommodation on the
Yeah.
island here.
Very interesting topic. So when I came to Cyprus 4 years ago, it was so easy. And there are Facebook Marketplace
Okay.
and Facebook groups for each
Okay.
city. Right now we are in Larnaca, beautiful, and there is group for Larnaca real estate.
Okay.
And before there was so much options. And there was one website which is called Bazaraki. It's
Okay.
only in Cyprus. And
Okay.
it's like eBay for Cyprus, and you can find properties there as well. But now, unfortunately, because so many people move to Cyprus, it gets more and more popular. The war that is currently ongoing, people from this country are coming here. Cyprus is very multicultural, so we love to attract people. We are very friendly to them, but because so many people are coming and we love to, they need to sleep somewhere.
Yeah.
So we have less and less opportunities. This makes the prices go high. If I compare my first prices that I paid 4 years ago to today, it become very expensive
Okay.
actually.
This was my next question, in fact, about the rental prices. You mentioned something that is very important, and here I want to give a little bit of an overview comparing Malta and Cyprus. Cyprus is like 5 to 10 times bigger than Malta itself.
Yes.
So when you mentioned this, like every city, like Paphos, Larnaca, Nicosia, Ayia Napa, they all have
Correct.
like their own Facebook marketplaces
Yes.
where people can find accommodation. In Malta, no. In Malta, we have only one.
Really?
It's like accommodation Malta. There is no accommodation Sliema. Sliema, it's something like, I would say, Ayia Napa, Sliema, St. Julian's. These two cities are where the nightlife is happening, where many expats are moving into. When we discuss about the prices, can you just tell me briefly what is like the area, the city where a lot of expats are moving to? Why, and what are the rental prices there?
Yes, I can give you just perfect example from myself. So the most popular city is Limassol.
Okay.
It's where the business is going, where forex companies are, where casinos are, like the new one, there is one casino, where tech companies are going to, like business. So all of the employees from those countries, they want to live there so they can be at their work right away. So this is the city I moved to first when I came to Cyprus 4
Limassol.
years ago, Limassol.
Okay.
I paid 1,000 euros for a 3-bedroom
Wow.
4 years ago. Now the prices is double. So the same apartment costs 2,000 now. This is actually one of the reasons why 4 years ago I went to Paphos, because for 1,000 euros I found a house with a pool back then. And now Paphos is becoming the next Limassol, and Limassol is even going crazier. So
I see.
when coming to Cyprus, someone definitely needs to make budgeting. You cannot just come here and think everything is cheap. You have to make a calculation for sure, just because it's getting more expensive, unfortunately.
Another question popped in my mind. When you are renting an apartment, if you're going through a real estate agency, you need to pay, of course, the first month, but then you need to pay a deposit of 1 more month, 2 more months. Do you pay any deposit? How does it go?
It is usually 2 months.
Okay.
So you pay 3 months in the first month. You pay your rent and 2
wow.
deposits. But for that, I don't know how it is in Malta, but in Cyprus, the apartments are always furnished. So you don't need to buy a kitchen, furniture. Almost every apartment, you can just go with your bags, clothes, put it into the wardrobe, and you can live there.
In Malta, it's the same. You get fully furnished apartments, and you have two sides. One is like the old apartments when they're completely run down and they start from 900,000 euros onwards, and then you have the modern apartments which they start from 1,200 euros onwards, 2 or 3 bedroom, depending on the area where you are. But in Malta we don't pay 2 months in advance of deposit. It's only 1 month, and if you go through an agency, it's an agency fee. So the agent will take another, depends on the rent. If it's 1,000 euros, they will ask for 500 euros, which is half of the rent, and the other 500 euros the landlord needs to pay. But there are other real estate agencies that they will get you the whole amount of the first month. So if you pay €1,000 to the landlord for the first month, you will pay another €1,000 for the landlord as a deposit, and you will pay another €1,000 for
Okay.
the real estate agency fees.
Oh, so the real estate agent here in Cyprus, he gets the money from the landlord.
I see. Well, in Malta it's different. Very good. This is why I wanted to do the video, because we can compare. Because if there are expats that are watching this video and they want to move into a sunny place, which is one of the main reasons why people are moving to Cyprus and in Malta as well, they can find the information here. You know, speaking about moving to Malta, there are two sectors that I want to discuss with you. The first one is the nomad residency, which is the digital nomads
Yes.
that they're trying to find good places, such as Cyprus, Malta, Bali, Dubai,
Yes.
where non-European Union citizen, that they have a good business, they make a good amount of income, they're moving into. How is the digital nomad world, I would say, in Cyprus?
Yes. The digital nomad visa is something that exists. It's called digital nomad visa. It's 2 years old. So Cyprus understood the potential of digital nomads,
Same in
of
Malta.
online entrepreneurs, and they want to push this here. So we have the digital nomad visa. It's 1 year. You can apply and you can work from abroad. You have also some tax benefits, the same like in Malta, which is very interesting. And also a lot of Germans, for example, they love it. That's why people come from Germany here, so they have lower taxes. And for digital nomads, they can apply for a 1-year digital nomad visa. When it expires, you can apply again. It's like renewable, but you can renew it again.
Again.
Yes.
In Malta, the digital nomad visa is 1 year, and you can extend it for 3 years in total. And also there is a threshold, which is 2,700 net income per month for you to be eligible to apply for the digital nomad visa. And this is based on the non-European Union citizen, passport holders.
In Cyprus, it's 35,000 euros per year.
Per year?
Yes.
Okay, well, when you break it down, it's kind of
Similar,
pretty
yeah.
much the same. Similar, not the same. My next question, when it comes to, let's say, people already moved in Cyprus, and they need to start with their daily activities, going out, groceries, maybe getting a car, petrol, and stuff like that. How much is the monthly cost for all of this? Let's say for 1 or for 2 people.
Yes, I calculated it last time. For 2 people living a normal lifestyle, so I live in an absolutely normal bedroom, I don't have something fancy, I don't have an expensive car, I'm a very normal person, and my monthly costs now are 2,200 euros.
Okay.
But because of the rental price, that's
So it's rent and...
the rent is what makes my prices high. But you can also, I pay all of the rent, so I pay 1,200 euros in rent.
Okay.
But you can also share with someone, and then you only pay 600.
Yeah.
So rent is my biggest expense, and if someone wants to move to Cyprus with someone else, with a friend, they can share, and then they drastically remove the rental prices.
Exactly. They're doing the same in Malta. And we have another thing about Malta, which is for the non-European Union citizen, especially South Asian, where they're living up to 20 people in one apartment. And this is mainly for the people coming from India, from Bangladesh, from Pakistan. Majority of them, they cannot live on the island in Malta with the salaries that they're getting per month, which they start from minimum wage, which is what many of them are offered, which is above 800 euros now. Everyone works part-time, so people can make with the full-time and the part-time around 1,200, maximum stretch it 1,400 euros a month. So of course they want to share, and they live up to 20 people in one apartment. I even have a video where I'm asking people about the rent, and I found people that they live 3 in 1 bedroom, and each of them is paying 325 euros, which it makes it nearly 1,000 euros for a room in a sharing accommodation, which is insane. Do you know anything about this here in Malta, in Cyprus? Do you have anything like this, like
Yes.
people living so many in one apartment?
Yes, but not 20. There are some suburbs, for example in Paphos, where I live, where there are complexes of houses, where they
Okay.
share each other, also rooms, but it's not so many. So
Okay.
they share cars as well. The mother makes food for everyone, and it's
Wow.
like it's like a big family living together, basically, and they share a lot of things, and I'm sure they are saving a lot of money because of that as well.
Yeah. Speaking about this, when you have a lot of international people living in one place, how is it for the locals? In Malta, we have something that it's so funny. We call it the go back to your country syndrome, and I've seen it in many other places. Through my YouTube channel, I understand that it's happening in Australia as well, in America as well. How is it here? How is the local nation, the local citizens, with the foreign people that are living here? Are they friendly? Is there any kind of like problem in between when they will tell you go back to your country and stuff?
That's a very interesting question. And to me, for example, when I moved here, the people on the streets were very friendly to me. So they smile, they want to help you. If you ask them where to go, they will show you. But now that I make the videos about Cyprus, and sometimes I make jokes and I talk about things that are good but also bad. I'm honest on my videos. If I don't like something, I will say it. And some of them, they don't like what I say, and then they text on the comments, oh, then go back to Germany. But in real life, no one says that.
It's very similar to Malta as well. It's all the keyboard warrior.
Exactly, it's the keyboard warrior. And in real life, they're like, oh, nice to meet you, we are so happy. So this is a bit confusing to me. I don't know really how to react to that. But other than that, I think everyone should go to Cyprus for 1 week. That is always what I say. Don't come here and move immediately. Come here, take a look for 1-2 weeks, make your own review. Talk to people, don't just be at home. Go out, go for drinks, go for food, and make your own decision. Yes.
When we speak about this with having international people, it also brings another thing as a question, which is safety in Cyprus. How is the safety in Cyprus?
I have a funny story for that, and that is...
I love stories. Tell me more.
So I talked to some older locals, and they told me, you know, Ricardo, before we never close our doors, we never close our cars, and we just drive to the shop and we leave everything open.
Same like in Malta.
And now they don't do it anymore.
Same.
So things change for sure. I also don't leave my things open. I don't leave my iPhone here. I want to take care of it myself. I want to take care things of myself, but I have never seen a fight. I have never seen criminality. And if you look at the statistics, generally Cyprus is very safe, yes. There is not a lot of physical
crime happening.
Yes.
I see. In Malta, it is generally safe place. From my perspective, I can speak. I've never been physically attacked, verbally attacked, not even a hate speech or anything like that. Never happened to me. I do see it online, and I do see people when they say that Malta is not safe as it used to be. What you just mentioned in Cyprus, like back in the days, in Malta was the same, where people were even leaving the keys on their doors from outside, and they just go out and do their own errands. So this is very similar. But online, you will always find like some car accidents of people being drunk and driving out and something happened. But this is pretty much in every country. Like in every country, you have car accidents. For Malta being so small, I believe that there is not so organized crime, like for example in my native country, Macedonia, or anywhere in the Balkan, because it's such a small island here that people cannot run away. So you can't really do any crime and just get out of it, you know? Let's put the topic of this crime and safety and stuff like that. Please. Because people are like, no, it's, in fact, I'm pretty sure that some people are watching with popcorns and are like, oh.
Yes.
You mentioned about networking. We mentioned the digital nomads. We mentioned international environment in Malta. We mentioned the tourists, but there is something very similar between Malta and Cyprus, and this is the online gaming industry.
Yes.
How big is it here, and how much does this industry contribute to this island?
Yes.
And how is it with the people living here and working in the gaming industry?
Yes. So Malta's the biggest one in this, for sure. But Cyprus saw some potential in it. So Cyprus started to push this industry. They started to build the casino in Limassol, for example. They want to bring those iGaming companies here, and they give some licenses. They try to online licenses, of course, not offline. and they are very welcoming also with the tax structure, because actually before that, it's very interesting, before that a lot of money was made in Cyprus with citizenships, so they sold passports basically,
Same in Malta.
and this was a big scandal, a big scandal. They stopped it, and now we are thinking about what's the next big thing. And maybe it's going to be iGaming, maybe it's going to be tech, maybe it's going to be Forex, which it is already. And so it's just starting right now. It's very, very new, very new. Even right now in Limassol, there was a very big event that you know
Sigma.
as well, Sigma
Yes.
event, exactly. I think it was the first time here in Cyprus, and in Malta it's every year, 25,000
Yes.
people.
Sigma was founded in Malta, and it's funny for me. I'm not into that sector. I'm out of the sector, but all my friends around me are either CEOs or they work in the online gaming. And now when I'm here and checking on my stories, you were yesterday on the Sigma, and I'm seeing my friends, and I'm like, wait a minute, Sigma is happening here.
Yeah.
I noticed that there is a huge potential here, and even this big casino that you mentioned, which is going to cost 250 million, it's going to
Yes.
be huge, and it will bring a lot on this island.
Yes.
Malta has a very good tax scheme, which is 5% on their income. So that's why a lot of over 300 online gaming casinos are registered in Malta. And this brought a lot of foreign people in Malta as well. We have one of the biggest, which is called Betson. They have a whole building in a very, very good location in Malta. And they have over 1,000 employees, which is quite insane. So this sector brings a lot of money in Malta, which, to be quite frank with you, it brings more money than the tourism sector. So I think that Cyprus will do the same. And
Yes.
Forex that you mentioned, it's in Malta as well.
And also, of course, tourism for both countries. So tourism is
Yes.
also going very, very good here in Cyprus. We are a tourist
noticed.
destination, but before it was citizenship, and now it's like iGaming, maybe Forex, all of that. And I'm also not into this sector, just so you know.
Something popped into my mind. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you about this, but it's about the cleanliness. I noticed, which I was so happy and so wowed by Ayia Napa.
Yes.
Ayia Napa, guys, just to put you in the picture, it's something like Pacheville, St. Julian's in Malta, what we have. The nightlife is in Ayia Napa for
Yeah.
the tourists specifically. The whole area was super clean. Like
Yes.
there was not even cigarette butts on the floor.
Yes.
And there were so many bins everywhere. I was shocked of how clean Ayia Napa is. Because in Malta, unfortunately, and I know that people will start go back to your country because what I'm gonna say, but we can agree that St. Julian's and Sliema are super dirty. And for me to see the same amount of people in one place here in Ayia Napa being so clean and compare it to St. Julian's and Pachel in Malta was insane. How is the rest of the island? How is the cleanliness? Because I might be wrong because this is a super touristic area.
Yes.
How is the rest?
I would love to say it's the same, but unfortunately, there are some places, especially where there are not so many people, where there are a lot of plastic bottles, where there is a lot of dirt, unfortunately. And I actually tried to make some videos about
Okay.
this, and I recorded it. Look, guys, what are we doing? We should keep Cyprus clean, and people loved it. We are even organizing beach clean days and all of that,
Okay.
because it's a very important topic for me. In Germany, there is a system. If you find a plastic bottle, you put it into a automat, a machine.
25 cents.
Correct.
I've seen it.
And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, why don't we have it
In
here?
Malta, it's 10 cents, by the way.
Ah, you
Sorry to
have it?
interrupt you. Yes, we have it.
See,
This year we started it.
Cyprus. Why are you waiting for this?
You have to implement it as well. We did it this year. It's called BCRS. And basically how it works is when you go to buy a Coca-Cola bottle, let's say, if it was €1, now it's €1.10.
Correct.
And then when you go to recycle it, you will get a voucher with your 10 cents per bottle and you can use it back to the supermarket
Yes.
where you are, which is a good thing.
Do you see a difference?
I do see a difference, yes, when it comes to the plastic bottles. We don't have a poverty in Malta. There is no beggars on the streets or anything like that. Malta is quite rich as a country, as an island. So the rate of unemployment is extremely low. But in the areas like Sliema, there is 1 or 2 people that they walk around with huge baskets and they're collecting plastic bottles. They don't work, they're locals. I spoke with them. and they do just this for living. They clean up around, they go and recycle the bottles and stuff like that. I've seen this improvement a lot, but I do still see a lot of bits and pieces on the roads around,
Yeah.
especially in the prime locations, Liema, St. Julian's, this that I mentioned earlier. But in the area where I live, which is an extremely Maltese area, it's super, super clean. So you can't generalize that Malta is a dirty country. No, certain areas, yes. And as you said, Cyprus is pretty much the same. You have
Yes.
some areas like that.
Yes, like Ayia Napa,
Wow.
they know it used to be, I heard before, it was something so popular. A lot of British, English people came here. It was like Ibiza, and this is why they take care of this place, of course.
You know, I can stay here and talk for hours with you. First of all, I like the tonality of your voice. It's really good. I can hear your voice all the time. Girl. Girl. Sorry, guys. But I have my very last question for
Okay.
you. I love Malta. I was born there, and I will always say people to visit Malta, and I will always say people to move to Malta because it has so many advantages and so many benefits. I love my life there. I'm happy every day. The sun is shining. It's not only the sun, the whole overall vibe, it's beautiful and it makes you feel happy.
Yes.
So I have a lot to say why people should move to Malta
Yes.
and why people should visit Malta. What would you say from an expert's point of view? Why should people move to Cyprus?
Yes, so you're in Malta even longer. For me, it's 4 years now. So I have my experience now, and I have some amazing things about Cyprus to say. But to break it down into, let's say, 5, my most important things is number 1, low taxes. So if you make money online, you can apply for digital nomad visa, for example, or other schemes. There is more, and you pay lower taxes than in Germany or in other countries in this world.
People can find out more about this on your social media about
Thank
the
you.
taxes and everything. I'm gonna link everything about Ricardo so you can go and spam him.
Thank
You
you
can
so
get more
much.
information of what he does. Subscribe to his YouTube channel as well.
Thank you.
Sorry I interrupted you.
No worries. And then number 2 is the lifestyle, of course. So it's more relaxed. We are sitting on the beach here, right? Coming from Germany, this is not something I'm used to. So if someone is coming from a country where there is not beaches, sandy beaches, palm trees, sun, 320 sunny days,
Yeah.
I think this is a reason to live every day like you're on holidays. This is how I feel. I send pictures to my old friends in Germany. They're like, I can't believe you live like this
Yeah.
every day. But it's possible.
They're with hoodies, with jackets.
Yes, at home. At home with coffee, and it's the only thing that makes
Warm
them
tea.
warm. And then easy bureaucracy. So people are more relaxing. We have this one saying, it's called ziga ziga. It's in
Ziga
English.
ziga.
It's slowly, slowly. So we take everything slowly, slowly. And this is what I like a lot. So if I want to do something, it's not like in Germany, strict, strict, strict.
Yeah.
It's more relaxed. You can breathe when you're trying to do something. I can give examples, but I think you get the general idea of what I mean in general. And then number 4 is the residency options. So for Europeans, very easy to move here, but for non-Europeans, there is residency options. Not citizenship options anymore, but you can invest into property and you get a permanent residency.
Ah, wait, they stopped it? So if you buy a property, let's say it's €1 million, you're not gonna get the passport?
No, not anymore.
Oh,
It stopped 3
wow.
years ago. There was a big scandal actually about it, where they gave passports to some people where they didn't deserve it. And then there was a documentary about it, and they showed everything, and then they had to know, okay, we are not doing anymore. We did a
I
mistake,
see.
and now they stopped.
Because even the European Union itself might punish them as well for this. Because in
Correct.
Malta happened the same. Now, after the war, Malta doesn't give any more passports to Russians. You cannot buy any property and get the citizenship. But for the rest, yes. And the threshold, it's around €1 million. You need to buy a property of €1 million to get
And then the
Maltese
passport.
Exactly.
Okay,
the
here no
citizenship.
passport.
It's
300,000 only residency,
In fact, I
permanent
need to
residency.
check if... No, I think it's still ongoing.
I think so too. A lot of countries do it.
Yeah.
And the last one is the people. So multicultural, a lot of amazing people here, Germans, Central Europeans, Scandinavians, Americans, Australians,
all
Indians as well. Like we have everything.
Same.
And it's just the energy here from the people that just make my life excited every day.
Same.
Even you, when you texted me, I was so happy to make this video with you.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
it's
I was
really
so
cool.
I'm so happy that we did this. I know that this is going to be my longest video because we did it so well. I loved how our interaction kept on going with a good flow without any interruptions aside of some people. But anyway, I'm happy that we come up with this idea to do this type of video to open up more about European islands, to speak from two expats' points of view, because we're not local to our countries where we live. I'm not local to Malta, so I'm not gonna be the super biased because it's my country. I'm not looking at you as a competitor.
Yes.
And these two islands are competitive, to be quite frank with you.
Yes.
So I'm happy that we did this. I can say thank you from the bottom of my heart
Thank
for
you very much
taking
as well,
from
Alex.
from your own time. I know you're busy. I'm on holiday here. You took time from your own schedule
Of
to
course.
meet me. It's time for us to go and sip another cocktail.
Yes,
and
please.
just have more conversation. Guys, I'm so sorry we're gonna stop the video over here. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Thank you, Ricardo, for being here.
Thank you as
Is
well,
there
Alex.
anything at the last you would like to add on?
I'm sure it's not the last video.
We're gonna do
we had
something
so
more.
much topics. When I will be in Malta, I know who to text.
Be my guest. I'm gonna show you everything. You're gonna feel. I want you to feel the Malta vibe. I
Okay.
enjoyed the Cyprus vibe. I loved it, and I know that you're gonna love the Malta vibe as well.
Okay, amazing.
Thank
so
you.
that's
Thank you
something
so
amazing.
much.
Thank you.
Guys, we're gonna sign off over here. I hope you enjoyed this video. All the social media of Ricardo are going to be linked in the description of this video, here on the screen as well. Have a look what work he does. If you want to get more information about Cyprus, this is the man that you should go to. And until I see you in my next one. Bye.
Amazing.
We did it. That
I
was
want to know
so-
how long.
I think it's 32 minutes.